Massachusetts on the Chicopee Center Canal, and we're looking at one of the mills. This was a Dwight mill. I believe it's number 3 or 4, but it was made in 1912. It's not the original. What was here originally was one of the oldest mills along the canal system itself. It was called the Cabot Mills, and they had 2 mills here. They were very small, but they've been replaced since 1912. So the first mill was built and ready by the year 1834, in particular June 12th, and the second mill was ready by July 23rd, 1835, so the next year. And the canal itself was dug 1832 and was ready, and the Ames mill number 1 was put in there, which doesn't exist either. So a lot of the old-time mills are long gone. And this mill does have them printed on in 1912, right in the center tower as it goes up. Now, there's a lot of things around here that are very important. So the Cabot family had their cotton mill here, and they also had one in Lowell, and they invested greatly, but they ended up getting bought out. And they got bought out by the Dwight family. Edmund Dwight was getting very rich, and he wanted to control all this. He controlled the whole canal, and he kept building upwards. Now, I'm going to show you a few things around here. The canal waters below us, the David Bridge is in the middle of this mill, and the Ames Privilege beyond. So the Ames Privilege is enormous compared to anything that Cabots and Dwights had. And then we're going to keep swooping around Holyoke City Hall and the Kendall Apartments in the foreground. But the street up here is called Cabot Street, and we're going to show you this. Well, at one time, the Cabot family had worker housing for all their workforce, and they were big buildings, very similar to that still exist along Dwight Street, and there used to be smaller ones up along the edge. They're all gone. The only ones that still exist are the Cabot, Perkins, and Dwight. The Cabots and Perkins are gone, but the Dwight worker homes are still there, and they're gorgeous to look at. So one of our stop points them out. If you want to sense what the Cabot worker homes were like, look at the ones that still exist on the Dwight worker homes. And I have a stop just for that. So you'll get a good sense of what they look like. Now, one last sweep around. As you look up along this building right here, these buildings are in the front. One of them is the Perkins, and one of them is replaced by Dwight. And the one that's the Perkins is further on past the gate, and the one in the foreground is another Dwight building. So nothing about Cabot is still here, but they did have a great presence in the very beginning of this canal. Right? So there was a lot here, and all of it is gone. Thank you very much.